Hi, in the last session, we talked about the comparison operators. Now, in this session, we will be talking about shift operators and rotate operators in VHDL. Let's quickly see that what shift operators and rotate operators are defined in VHDL and how these are declared in VHDL. In the screen, you will see four operators. First two are shift operators and bottom two are rotate operators. First is SLL. This is shift left logical. Means this operator will shift the array data to the left by the specified number and it will add 0 in the shifted index from the right. We will be talking about that number in some time. Second is SRL. This is shift right logical. Means this operator will shift the array data to the right by the specified number and it will add 0 in the shifted index from the left. Third is ROL. This is rotate left. Means this operator will shift the array data to the left and this will also move the shifted data to the right indexes. Means the values of shifted index they will move at the right index. Fourth is ROR. This is rotate right and this is reverse of ROL. Means this operator will shift the array data to the right and this will also move the shifted data to the left indexes. Means the value of the shifted indexes they will move at the right indexes. Do not confuse, we will be talking about that in details in some time. These standard shift and rotate operators are defined in std_logic_1164 package. Hence, you need to use std_logic_1164 package in your VHDL designs. These shift and rotate logical operators majorly being used with the std_logic_vector and bit vector data types. You are going to use them widely for the shift registers type of use cases. So let's quickly see that how these functions. First, we will talk about the shift operators. So take an example of shift left logical SLL. At the first step, this operator will shift the array data to the left and then it will add zeros in the right indexes, which are shifted. So first the data will shift to the left by some specified indexes and then zeros will be added at the right indexes. SRL is just the reverse of it, means the array data will be shifted to the right and the zeros will be added to the left shifted indexes. In case of rotate array like ROL, still there are two steps. Number one, that the array data will be shifted to its left indexes. And then at the second step, instead of pushing the hard code is 0 in the right, simply the shifted index will take the position of the rightmost indexes. One important note that you can also specify that how many indexes required to be shifted. You give this number in the operator statement. So for each index, this cycle will repeat itself. Means if you shift or rotate one array by two indexes, then it will execute in two loops of 2. Means at the first cycle, the first index will be shifted and then the another cycle of shifting will be performed. Let's understand shift left logical SLL in details with some use cases. So in this example, we have two signals declared, signal A and signal B. Both of these signals are 4-bit std_logic data type and sig A is initialized with 1011 value. And we will assign the data in the signal B after shifting the signal A data. Okay, so these two signals are signal sig A colon std_logic_vector 3 down to 0 colon equals to 1011 semicolon. Signal sig B colon std_logic_vector 3 down to 0 semicolon. Now we write the statement that signal B gets the value of sig A SLL 1 semicolon. So as I said that you can specify that how many times your data will shift in the array. So here this 1 specifies that. Means in this statement data will be shifted by one index to the left. So sig A is initialized with 1011. So step 1 is shifting this data to the left by one index. So look in the step 1. Here we have shifted 1011 by one index to the left. So the bit 3 or index 3 is out from this range now. And now the index 3 is replaced by the index 2. Same index 2 is replaced by index 1 and index 1 is replaced by index 0. But index 0 is left blank at the moment. So as we discussed in the last slide that the right indexes will be replaced by the hard-coded value 0. Hence index 0 will be 0. So you will see the value 0, 1, 1, 0 after this expression. And we are assigning this value to the signal B. So sig B would be 0, 1, 1, 0 in this example. So you see that value 1011 becomes 0110 when you used SLL operator for the one iteration. First three indexes you received from the shifting of signal E data, so you get 0, 1, 1 and last index is replaced by 0 and hence you get 0, 1, 1, 0 as an output. I hope I made this clear to you. If you are still a little confused, then let's look for the another example in the next slide. Now let's look over this one more example. This time we are shifting our data to the right by 2 indexes. So we will use SRL operator. So let's see how it returns the output. So signals are again same here, signal A and signal B, and signal A is initialized with 1011 value. So write signal sig A colon std underscore logic underscore vector 3 down to 0 colon equals to 1011 semicolon. Signal sig B colon std underscore logic underscore vector 3 down to 0 semicolon. Now the expression is signal B gets the value of signal A SRL 2 semicolon. Now this expression is telling that shift the signal A data to the right by 2 indexes. Okay, so let's see that how it happens. We will understand it in 2 cycles. So first cycle will shift signal A data to the right by 1 index and then the second cycle will shift the data by second index. Okay, so the first cycle that shift the data to the right by 1 index. So 1011 will become dash 101. Now cycle 2, this will again shift the data by 1 more index. So dash 101 will become dash dash 10. Now replace dash dash of the left indexes with 0. So dash dash 10 will become 0010. And now this value will be assigned to signal B. Hence we shifted 1011 to the right by 2 indexes and we get the result 0010. Last two values of signal B, that is 1, 1 from the first and 0 indexes are shifted out and index 2 become index 0 and index 3 becomes index 1. So 1011 becomes 0010. Now this slide displays you the inputs and outputs of both the last examples we discussed. So signals sig A and sig B are common for both the examples and signal A is initialized by 1011 value. So quickly recall, first example, signal B gets the value of sig A SLL 1 semicolon, which is shifting signal A data to the left by 1 index and then it will assign the data to the signal B. So 1011 becomes 0110. So signal A is 1011 here and signal B will be 0110 here. How? Because the leftmost bit, which is at index 3 and it is 1 here, that is shifted by 1 index and becomes the 4th index, and hence this is out of this index window. And the remaining 3 bits, which is 110, shifted to the left by 1 index. So index 3 is replaced by index 2, same index 2 is replaced by index 1 and index 1 is replaced by index 0 and index 0 is replaced by the hard-coded value 0. So the 1011 becomes 0110. If this is clear, then let's move to the second example. So signal B gets the value of signal A SRL 2 semicolon. Now this statement is shifting signal A data to the right by the 2 indexes. Now I am not going in deep much here because I hope that you can relate it very easily. Simply that the 2 bits from the rightmost data is out because they are shifted to the right, hence out of specified index window. So 11 from the last are shifted out and 1011 becomes dash dash 10. Now this dash dash replaced by 0 0 and you will get the value 0 0 1 0. Now this 0 0 1 0 value will be assigned to the signal B. So finally signal A will be 1 0 1 1, which was initialized value, and signal B would be 0 0 1 0 after shifting the 2 bits to the right. Simple. Okay, now if the previous two concept is clear to you, then this will be easy to understand for you. We are now rotating signal A to the left by one index in this example. So we will be using the ROL operator here. So example is same here. We have two signals, sig A and sig B. Both the signals are 4-bit std underscore logic data type, and signal A is initialized with 1011 value. Now we are using the expression that signal B gets the value of signal A ROL 1 semicolon. So this will rotate the signal A data to the left by one index. Okay, so let's see that how it functions. It happens in two steps. Step 1 is same, that shift the data to the left by one index. So 1011 becomes 011 dash, right? So here the first bit, which is 1, is out from the index range and dash is added in the rightmost index. So now here is the tweak at the second step. When we were using the shift operators, then this dash was replaced by the hard-coded value 0, right? But here, when we are rotating the data, then instead 0, it will be replaced by the shifted values. So you can see this is 1 in our example. So dash will be replaced by 1 here. This means your index 0 will be replaced by the index 3. Let's see in steps that what is happening with the data. So signal A is 1011. Now shift this data to the left by one index and you will get 011 dash, right? Now replace the data with the shifted value, which is 1, and you will get 0111. And finally this data will be assigned to the signal B. So signal A is 1011 here, which is initialized, and signal B will be 0111 in this example. Now this is the example of ROR, rotate right operator. This is same like ROL, rotate left, but instead rotating the value to the left, ROR will shift and rotate the data to the right. Let's understand this with the same example. So we have two signals, sig A and sig B. Both the signals are 4-bit std underscore logic type, and sig A is initialized with 1011 value. Now the expression is sig B gets the value of sig A ROR 2 semicolon. This is rotating 1011 to the right by two indexes. Again, we will be doing it in two cycles. So the first cycle will rotate one bit and the another cycle will rotate the second bit. So the first cycle, that's shifting 1011 to the right by one index. So 1011 becomes dash 101. Now dash will be replaced by 1, which was the shifted bit of index 0. So after rotating this first cycle, that 1011 will becomes 1101, right? Now its second cycle, so 1101 will shift to the right by one index. So 1101 becomes dash 110, and now replace this dash with the shifted value, which is again 1. So dash 110 becomes 1110. And now this 1110 will be assigned to the signal B. So signal A will be 1011, which is initialized data, and signal B will be 1110 after rotating the signal A to the right by two indexes. I hope I made these concepts clear to you. Let's quickly recall both the examples. So signals are same for both the cases. We have two signals, sig A and sig B. Both the signals are 4-bit std underscore logic type, and sig A is initialized with 1011 value. So the first example is sig B gets the value of sig A ROL 1 semicolon. This is rotating signal A data to the left by one index. So at first step, 1011 becomes 011 dash, and then dash is replaced by value 1, which is shifted out from 1011. So 1011 becomes 0111. Means if signal A is 1011, then signal B will be 0111. Now coming to the second example, signal B gets the value of signal A ROR to semicolon. This is rotating signal A data to the right by 2 indexes. So in the first cycle, 1011 will become dash 101, and then dash will be replaced by shifted data, means dash will be replaced by 1 here. So 1011 becomes 1101. Now the second cycle, so 1101 will become dash 110. Now replace dash by 1, which is the shifted data. So 1101 will become 1110, and this will be assigned to the signal B. Means in this statement, if signal A will be 1011, then signal B will be 1110. This was quite a big video, but I hope that you have the good understanding of shift and rotate operators in VHDL. In the next session, we will be talking about arithmetic operators, which are one of the widely used operators in VHDL designs. So stay tuned for the updates. If you did not subscribe till now, then please do subscribe to learn and grow community for regular updates. If this video is informative, then please like this video, comment on video, and don't forget to share. Thank you for watching.